Hi, partners. Following the battle at Yorktown, we knew it was just like we had the ball, we were 1 point up when the game ended, and it would take 2 long years of hard negotiations in Paris before the British would sign on the dotted line. But anyway, our negotiators went to Paris. That was Benjamin Franklin assisting John Adams. 2 long years of hard negotiations, and then finally they signed the treaty, and Adams and Franklin came home. There was just one thing left. What in God's name do we do next? 56 wild-eyed radicals, rabble-rousers, if you will, heavy drinkers, met in a building in Philadelphia in the hottest part of the summer to answer that very question. What in God's name do we do next? We forget they could have done anything. They won the war and secured the peace. These were our founding fathers, dear friends. Yes, they looked at the Magna Carta, which was a charter forced on a king by a bunch of landowning barons. Then they looked at what was traditional structure of government, power at the top, trickle down slowly, but seldom if ever to the common man. Our founding fathers said, take everything off the table. We'll start from scratch. We'll build a government no one has ever dreamed of. They knew immediately no government is good without a solid foundation, so they looked at the strongest geometric form there is, the triangle. They said, we'll build a government with an independent branch at the tip of each point of the triangle. It's the only thing it can't implode, can't fold in against itself. So the top one was the executive branch, then the judicial branch, and the legislative branch. These three branches became the government of the United States Foundation. When they started drawing up the bylaws, they made it look like a business. They invented a new term, CE, Chief Executive. We still call the president that. The White House is the executive mansion. They hadn't even thought of the word president yet, but they knew what an executive was. As our founding fathers toiled those hot days and evenings in Philadelphia to put a new face on the executive branch, to disassociate it from the rest of the kingdoms of Europe and the potentates of the rest of the world, every time they were stymied on some point, their eyes would gaze up the front of that hall, and sitting there was the President of the Constitutional Convention, George Washington. In many ways, our presidency was designed in the image of that man, George Washington. The pathetic thing today, only 25 of our graduating students know that George Washington was the first president of the United States of America. Hey, we do need such prayers for our country. So thankful I can go and speak to the students about America. Anyway, they finally signed the charter, and they didn't sign it like we would have. We would have said, we the undersigned. No, they said, we the people of the United States of America. Power from the bottom up. They didn't just sign it for themselves. They said we had our posterity, which means before you and I were born, our parents were born, or our parents' parents were born. Our names were already on that document. Something special happened in Philadelphia. The hand of God, a supreme being, call it whatever you will, sat beside those young men, because from the creation of their minds came something completely new that still works. They knew times would change, and they put that in when they signed it for us. Yes, they didn't just say this is for us, they said we had our posterity. Oh, how fortunate we are living in a country like we are now. That's just the beginning. I'll tell you more about things of our founding fathers in the weeks to come. Hey, talk to the people in your area about letting me come speak to the schools. It's my passion to talk to young people about America. Things that they don't teach in school today. I love you. Go get 'em, Tigers!